What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to a Couple Things podcast. It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a hot minute again.
It's been a
We
hot,
are
hot minute.
so sorry, you guys. Honestly, we really don't even have an excuse for why we've been gone. Like, we did go on vacation on a little trip to Florida. We took Koa to Disney World,
Yep.
and it was an adventure to say the least. But as far as why we've been gone for a few weeks, honestly, all I can tell you guys genuinely is that we just still don't really have a full hold on life. So we're trying our best, but
Yeah, it's like honestly, like we are parents and we still have our main YouTube channel, and then we have like all this other stuff that we have to be doing, and like brands we're working with and all this other stuff, like I said. So it's been hectic for us, but we're getting things going and we're, you know what I'm saying, we're starting to feel better. We just booked a lot of trips, so we have some trips coming up. And yeah, you want to tell them where we're going?
we are going to St. Lucia.
St.
Oh
Lucia.
my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yes, we are going to St. Lucia. It's going to be my birthday. Last birthday we went to Turks and Caicos, and that was
You've been having
fun.
some fire birthdays.
Yeah,
you're gonna need to step it up for mine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, my birthdays have been fire. This year I'm turning 26, and the cool thing is my dad is coming with us to St. Lucia, so it's gonna be like a different type of vibe because my dad, he's never been out the country. He just got his passport, and it's, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be cool.
It's gonna be the first trip that we're taking as a family where me and Julius actually have some help with Koa, where we can actually also enjoy things as a couple again. So it's really exciting for us because we're parent mode 24/7, but it's going to be so good to get that just couple time. Like we can do excursions together. Most of the time when we go on a vacation with Koa, we can't like go ziplining with him, you know? So things like that we can do. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Honestly, I'm just excited because me and Destiny, like, we don't really get to spend a lot of time just us. Like, usually it's like, okay, cool, it's us, but we're like super having to worry about Koa or when he's waking up or like what we're about to eat or all this other stuff. So it's like really, really hectic. And then this like vacation that we're going on, I think we're gonna be able to like relax together, be able to have a nice dinner without worrying, and like, you know,
it's gonna be a good vibe. And then right before we go to St. Lucia, we're actually going to be going to Orlando again.
Yes.
And we're going to have a really nice day there. And Julius's mom is actually going to come with us there. So we're also going to have people both places to help us. And you guys are always wondering about Julius's family. And like, you want to know more about Julius's family. That's a big question I always see. So
I always see it too.
Stay tuned for our vlog because you're going to see his family. But they are a lot more like low key and chill. They're kind of like quiet. So that's why they're not in the vlogs a lot.
Yeah, it's kind of like when you first meet me, or like if you meet me in person, I'm so shy compared to how I'm talking. Like I would never be able to have a conversation with somebody like that I just met just like this. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of, you do.
Well, kind of, but like if I don't really know you, like it's like I won't just sit there and just start the conversation, and you know what I'm saying? Like keep in like intriguing into the conversation and stuff, you know? Did I use that word right?
I'm laughing because you've been using that word intrigue
I use
so
that
much. That's like your word of the week.
Where it came from.
You've been using it like all week in all different types of sentences. I don't know where it came
from. I think I heard it and then I've been using it. You know, I'm trying to sound sophisticated. Nah, but honestly, just overall, we've been doing a lot of stuff. That's why we haven't really been on our podcast stuff, but we have been posting on our main channel. So make sure you are subscribed to that channel because you guys will be able to see a whole bunch of vlog footage of us on our vacation and my birthday and, you know what I'm saying, all the stuff that we have planned. It's going to be super dope.
Yes, but we will say that we are starting to get a hold on things because we are actually now prioritizing getting some help, not only in, you know, the vacation aspect or with help with Koa, but we're just like getting help with our whole entire life because it's just a lot of overwhelmingness. That's not a word, but we're just like overwhelmed with everything that we have to do. So, for example, I hired a cleaning service. So they're going to come tomorrow. I'm literally, you guys, you don't know how excited I am to just have my house deep clean and just be able to come home and like see it sparkle. Oh, yeah,
for sure.
I'm excited.
Like that's like something very, very good because, you know, they get all the windows. They be like, you know what I'm saying? They go deep in there. You know what I'm saying? They be all up in the crib. Yeah.
So getting help with little things like that is going to free up so much more time for us for, you know, work things and fun. I know on our vlog channel, I see a lot of comments like, oh, the vlogs aren't the same. Like I saw somebody say the vlogs aren't the same. Like what happened to all the vacation you guys used to go on? So we're getting back to that slowly but surely. We're going to get there. Koa's starting to be a little bit more independent now. So we're going to get there.
Honestly, and also like us moving to Texas, we are still adjusting, but I feel like now like we're kind of more adjusted to where we're comfortable to travel and all this stuff. So we're traveling now. We have a lot of stuff, but we don't even have a booked flight home. So
yeah, we don't even know when we're coming home.
Yeah, we're going
to 3 different places.
Yeah, we're going to Orlando, and then we're going to St. Lucia, and then from St. Lucia we're going to Miami, and we're staying in Miami for a couple days. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying, we can kick it with Jay Cook and see what he's doing. And listen, guys, Destiny don't know this, but I'm going to bring all of our podcast stuff. So there's literally no reason for us to slack and for us not to post podcast episodes because I'm bringing our stuff. So
all this, babe?
All of this. Well, we don't need, it's pretty easy. It's just tripods and we got it like heavy. That. Yeah, but I mean, we can honestly buy portable ones on Amazon. So I'm going to figure it out, guys. But just know our podcast is here to stay. You know what I'm saying? 2023, we want to push this podcast and make it very big because, you know what I'm saying? It's not only just like a fun type of podcast. We also want it to be like somewhere where people can come and feel comfortable and relaxed and just, you know what I'm saying, be themselves without being judged or anything like that. So
yeah, and eventually, we do want to have like guests on.
Yeah, for sure.
We haven't got there yet. We do enjoy just us though. I think it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a different dynamic. I know a lot of podcasts have guests and that is something that we will get into, but it's not going to be like every episode we have guests at all.
I think having some guests here and there will be super dope, especially like we could have a guest and it could be, you know what I'm saying? It could be like a single person and we can get their perspective on how they view things, like rather than how we view things in like a relationship or maybe a couple.
Yep, my cousin Jasmine, she's single.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's cool. It's cool to just get that aspect of different, you know what I'm saying? Different views of everybody's perspective, you know?
Yes, exactly. So we are going to get into everything for today's podcast. Julius actually has some fun topics. I have some topics as well, but I'm going to let him take a little bit of charge today because I feel like a lot of times in podcasts, I kind of tend to take charge of the topics.
Okay. So the first topic I have is actually about adjusting to Dallas and stuff. Somebody was talking about that they just moved to a new state or a new city or something like that. And it's super, super hard for them to adjust. Like it's like they've been there for months and months and they're still trying to find ways to adjust. So they want to know like what we do or like what we think is the best way to kind of like keep your mind in like the positive, you know, just be positive basically.
Yeah. I think it's definitely going to take time. I think with like how they say time heals all wounds, I think it's the same with like time and adjusting. Yeah. Eventually you're going to get more comfortable. You're going to find your groove. You're going to find the things that you like, the places you like to go, the restaurants you like to eat at.
True.
So I think we're getting more comfortable just in general going out to do more things. Like we've been going to eat more. We've been going to do little fun activities with Koa.
Yep.
And there's actually a lot of things to do out here. Like if you go on TikTok, there's so much. So if you're kind of like bored and stuck in your house,
TikTok.
Go on TikTok and look up a whole bunch of stuff to do.
Nah, like for real. Like honestly, just go on Google or TikTok, YouTube, anything. The internet is very, very resourceful like nowadays. So you could find something on there for sure.
I like that resource.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Look, I knew she was gonna say something like that because I try to tell her I try to tell her, you know what I'm saying? I'm very sophisticated. You know, she graduated from UCLA, which round of applause if you guys didn't know that she graduated from UCLA. You know, I'm gonna brag about that. I
think we've told them before.
Yeah, but she graduated from UCLA, I'll tell you guys again. And you know, it's pretty cool because I'm very sophisticated and she knows it.
What is
and
me?
It's cool because
no
I'm like, she looks at me and she be like, wow, it's a nice word you use. And she graduated from UCLA. You know what I'm saying?
So are you trying to impress me with your intelligence? You know what I'm
saying? And you know, I went to college, but it didn't work out.
Did you do your homework in college?
I definitely did not do my homework in college.
You never did your homework?
I had like summer classes because I was playing football. And like, I don't even know, like they had us doing essays and all this stuff that I never did. Like I never did that stuff in high school. I never did crazy like 18-page essays and stuff.
Yeah, not to be a show off, but I was pretty good at essays.
Yeah, I bet.
It's going to sound like a pick me, but like, I just have to say, because this is one of my proud moments, because I actually hate writing, but I'm really good at it. So one time I had to do like a 15-page paper on the architecture of one building. Okay. And I did so well that the professor asked to use my essay as a sample for future classes.
That's like
I was in shock.
But I would get that sometimes though, like, but not in essays in different classes though. You know, It's pretty cool though. You know, school's not for everybody.
You definitely cheated your way through, didn't you?
School was pretty, like for me, it was pretty easy because one, I played football and basketball, so I had football and basketball coaches as my teachers. So
they didn't really care if you did your work.
They didn't like. They were more,
lucky.
You know what I'm saying? They were more of like, okay, cool, let's turn this in. We're already going to give you an A and let's study film, or let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's figure something else out. Let's send recruitment letters out, or, you know, It was cool though. You know, I honestly, I learned a lot of stuff in school, but I feel like I learned more stuff outside of school and like living on my own than I've learned anywhere else. Like when I first moved to California and I was by myself, I learned.
But you know what?
A lot of stuff.
I mean, that's true. You learn so much more in real life than you will in school. But what, like how you just described how you went throughout school versus like how I did, it still explains like how we are to this day. Like, for example, if we're going to post a video or do any type of like work with a brand or anything, like I do the absolute most and take like the hardest possible route that's like not even necessary to work that hard.
Yes.
But like I just naturally feel like I have to work so hard for everything, whereas you are like, oh, like let's just do the easy way, like it'll be fine, it'll get done, it's gonna be good.
But I'm also
and it is, though.
very big on quality too. So like me, I'll do something very good like quality wise, but I'll just do it the smarter way rather than trying to do it the harder way. You know what I'm saying? Like smarter, not harder, you know? Yeah. I know everybody's heard that term, smarter, not harder. Yeah, he's
big on smarter, not harder. But I personally think sometimes you got to put in a little bit extra.
Yeah, no, sometimes it's okay. But also there's times where it's like, okay, you have a lot of other stuff to do that you need to get done. So you just need to go the smarter route rather than the harder route, you know?
That is true. I mean, that's why we balance each other so well, because we can come to a middle ground, you know?
Honestly, I think, you know, that was actually one of the questions that I had. It was like, how do you guys balance your relationship? Like when it comes to money, when it comes to work, when it comes to just like being a parent, just like a everyday like life type thing.
Yeah.
How do we balance it? Like, how do we balance our relationship?
Well, you know what? I actually think that me and you although we are kind of similar, we're also very different in how we just
we're
like
very different.
think about and like approach life in general. For sure. But I was actually talking to my dad about this today, and I told him it's all about your perspective, and you have to learn to appreciate each other's differences instead of looking at each other's differences as like a negative quality in the other person. Because I think that's something like as humans that we tend to do. If somebody's doing something different than how you would do it, you look at them and think like, that's not how it's supposed to be done. Like, you're doing it wrong. Instead of like, okay, I appreciate that you are taking this route, and like, what can I learn from that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. For sure. Yeah, no, I like that. No, that's good. I think, yeah, for sure. I think that what you said is pretty true.
A lot of word salad.
Yeah.
You didn't even listen.
No, repeat it one more time for the. Babe, you did not repeat it for the people in the back because they didn't hear you.
Was it all just like going over your head? Or were you thinking like SpongeBob as I just said that?
No, I was trying to think it through. So it was kind of hard, but like repeat it for the people in the back.
Oh, well, I don't know if I can repeat it the same way. I said, it's all about your perspective, and you have to learn to appreciate each other's differences instead of looking at each other's differences as a negative flaw or characteristic in the other person.
For sure. Okay. Yeah. That's what I was trying to like get like comprehend through my head to like visualize, you know what I'm saying?
It's like that meme where you just see all types of equations and like
yeah, I was trying to visualize it. But honestly, like for me, I think that like we keep our relationship so balanced because we're honestly like very, very like motivated, and we're like, you know what I'm saying, we wanna work hard. We wanna, you know what I'm saying, provide for, you know, Koa and be able to go on these trips and stuff like that. So when it comes to like the work aspect of our relationship, I think that we balance it out good by, you know, Destiny will edit a video one night, or I'll edit a video one night, or, you know what I'm saying, maybe I'll edit and then she'll take Koa outside, so, you know, he's not, you know, all in the house, you know, just
we do make sure that is true. We do like split up the jobs and the roles in the house, and it's not necessarily how maybe people would think, like typically the woman has to do this and the man has to do this. Although, I mean, in some ways we do, like I do most of the cooking in the house.
She does like the cooking, the dishes. 99%. Yeah, like 99% for sure.
But like a lot of times, like he'll take a shower with Koa, so that'll, like, you know.
I'm Big Daddy over here, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll put Koa to sleep a lot, or, you know, take him showers and baths, change him, you know, just, you know, daddy duty stuff. So I feel like we are very well balanced at that. And then when it comes to just like overall, you know, relationship, like, you know, hanging out with each other, like we actually just started a show. We didn't start it together because Destiny fell asleep when I started it, so we got to find a new show to watch. But you know,
this man woke up at 4 a.m.
Yeah, I did.
And started binge watching the show. Like, hello,
I just started
asleep.
watching. I just started watching, and I just got interested. So you know, but it's stuff like that. We kind of like balance everything as we should. You know, we go on dates sometimes. We actually haven't went on a date in a while. That's why we're super excited for our trip. So, you know, but all in all, like when it comes to money, everything is perfectly balanced, and we are very understanding with each other, and like, you know, it's like we are one, basically. That's how I see everything is, you know.
Yeah, we do just view ourselves in general as a team, so I think that's really important.
Yeah.
But again, like I think what helps with our balance is that we're kind of like motivated by different things at the same time. I know how you said we're both motivated to like provide a good life for Koa, but in different ways. Like I'm motivated to provide a good life for him more in the sense of like comfort and like stability, because I'm a Capricorn, so I just need, you know, like my safe space. Whereas Julius wants to provide like, this
everything.
Yeah, like this good quality of life where he gets to see the world and
for sure.
try fun things and, go on adventures and vacations. And I think that's really important because if it were up to me, I would probably just be home all the time and would never get out and see the world and do fun things. So he helps bring that out of me.
And we're out of here. We're going to islands.
And then I think I help kind of bring you back down.
Yeah, for sure. You bring me back down to reality. Like anything that I'm doing, like, bro, sometimes I'll be sports betting or something and like I'll be so carried away with it and I'll be sitting there like in there, like just super, super that's all my mind's on, and then she'll bring me back to reality. Like,
but I try.
All right, babe, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? We gotta work. We gotta do this. We gotta do that. This, that. I'm like, okay, yeah, true. We gotta do that. Let's get it done. For sure.
So, do you want me to go into? I have some fun topics for us to go into.
Okay, let's
or
go.
Do you want?
Let's go into your topics. Let's see what your topics are about.
Well, me, I am. How you say, the Reddit queen. I love Reddit.
She's Reddit queen.
Julius, you haven't really got into Reddit too much, but
yeah, I'm not a Reddit guy.
Okay, so this is a good one. Am I the asshole for choosing my wife over my son in a hypothetical situation?
Wow, that's so basically this is a question kind of well, she's gonna read the whole scenario, but this is a question of, would you choose your son or your wife?
Yeah, overall, this is like who do you think is supposed to come first? The spouse or the child?
Yeah.
Which we'll get into that, but first let me just go into this specific little thread forum thing. It says, yesterday, my wife and I were hanging out with our friends. We played games and drank wine. We're new parents and very busy with our 2-month-old son, so this night was much needed. We had fun and joked around. Later that night, my friends started asking would you rather questions, and we all played along. After a while, my best friend David asked me the question, your house is on fire. Would you rather save your son or your wife?
Ooh.
I immediately answered, my wife, of course. My wife gave me a weird look and asked why. Wow. I laughed and jokingly said, we could just make another baby, but I could never find a sexy, amazing woman like her again. My wife started crying and walked in a different room. I ran after her and asked why she was crying. She called me a jerk and accused me of not caring about our baby. I tried to calm her down and said I was joking around, but she was not having it. The mood was ruined after this, and we went home shortly after. Now she's giving me the cold shoulder even though I apologized to her. I can't blame her for overreacting since I'm sure her hormones are still all over the place from the pregnancy, giving birth, and having a new baby. I also understand my joke was insensitive, but I was also drunk. Am I the asshole?
Honestly, I think that
yes.
But I'm not gonna lie, like Destiny has no dark humor in her, so you can't tell her any dark humor jokes. And for me, like, you know what I'm saying? Like if you guys are tipsy a little bit, you know what I'm saying, drinking a little bit, that might be a funny joke, but obviously in reality, it's not that. That's not how he feels, obviously. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
It's just,
well, okay. I was
it's kind of
I was reading some of the responses to that, and a lot of people were actually saying, like, they were laughing, but they were like that it's crazy because when they first had their child, especially, I mean, it could go woman or man, but when they first had their child, they didn't immediately feel like that super strong love bond, like, oh my gosh, that feeling of how did I go my whole life without you? This is true love. Personally, I feel like I did, but I don't know, it's different. Like a lot of women and a lot of men don't have that until a few months later.
Yeah, for sure. Especially like, you know, there's like a lot of hormones. It's a whole change of life. Like it's not just you. Like even now, like everywhere I go, like if I don't have to, you know what I'm saying, watch Koa or anything like that, it's like a, you know what I'm saying, like a woosah, okay? I can relax and then, you know, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like a relaxing thing.
I want to read what this comment said, just the top part. It said, oh man, I'm sorry, but I'm laughing right now. It took me a while to bond with my child after my wife delivered him. At first, it just felt like he was kind of a dick who stole my girlfriend and sucked up all the oxygen in the house.
Okay, see, I could understand though, because okay, that is so true, because so like when honestly, like when girls and stuff, they breastfeed and stuff, the baby is obviously a lot closer to the girl.
Uh-huh.
So for a man, it's like, damn, like I'm kind of lonely. Like I don't have that connection or that bond yet, or
It goes from
my
like, yeah,
or my wife or my girlfriend is so like intrigued with the baby and stuff like that.
intrigue.
So it's
Well, all your wife's energy goes to like caring and loving the baby, and then the husband can probably feel a little bit left out.
yeah, but I mean, I think honestly it's just like a whole change of life. So like you're like, I don't know, you're changing your whole entire life. Like I said, when I go, and if I go to the gym or something and I don't have to watch Cole and I could just work out real quick, I'm like, it's like a woo saw, like, okay,
A big
woo.
stress relief.
Yeah, like a big
release.
relief, but at the same time, I'm super like,
You miss
okay,
him.
I want to go home and I want to play with him, and you know what I'm saying? So I think that bond, well, now me and his bond is like,
Way stronger than when he first came home from the hospital.
yeah, when he first came
Be
home to
honest,
the
how
hospital.
long do you think it really took for you to feel how you feel about him now? Because I know it wasn't immediate.
No, so like, well, obviously not immediate, because it was like I said, it was a shock for me. It was a change. It was like every single second of the day, you have a responsibility. You can't take a nap. Like you can't even take a nap if you want to, or if you need to go do something, or you know what I'm saying. You can't do it. It's all prioritized around your baby. So that's when it's like, you
So
know what
how
I'm
long do you
saying.
think it took?
It took me, I say about like honestly, it took me only like a couple of weeks, because I was like, I'm super like daddy's, like I'm like, I feel
Hands
like
on.
I'm here to be a great dad, like, you know what I'm saying. I do a lot of fun daddy stuff. So for me it was like super quick, but once he got off of like breastfeeding and actually bottle feeding, that's when it became like, whoa, like this is crazy. This is like my son. Like you know what I'm saying? I could take him outside and get some sunshine with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he was as small as a football. So it was just, I don't know, that bond came. But now it's like, he's like my best friend now, honestly. Yeah,
He's so cute. I love him.
that's my guy. You know
Okay,
what I'm
so that
saying?
goes into the bigger question, because this is the topic that I've actually seen people talk about a lot. Like, who comes first, your spouse or your child? And like, some people feel very strongly either way. Some people feel, no, your spouse comes first because whatever reason, and then some people think your child. So who do you think should be prioritized first, the spouse or child, from your perspective?
That's such a like crazy question for me, because I think it just depends on the age, to be honest. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
That's like a
I guess
question
so.
that I would have to like just let myself go first, or like, you know, whatever the situation is, I would choose myself over Koa and Destiny. Like, I would let you guys be free.
I think you're not saying like your true answer though. Do you
No,
want to hear
I'm
my
dead
answer?
ass. Like that's like such a, like in realistic form, that's like such a, like obviously Koa, like that's my son, but like you're my wife, and like I couldn't live without either of you guys, so it's like I would rather just not. I would rather just go.
But it's not like
You
a
know what I'm saying?
live without. It's not like a
No,
who.
not live without, but I'm just saying, like in any situation, like if you had to choose, like if I was on a cruise ship and in order to get home, we had to either choose you or Koa or myself.
See, but you're making it so like life or death type of
No,
things.
but
I'm
it's not
just
life
saying
or
in
death. I'm still
simple
gonna see
everyday
him.
life situations. Like, even as far as, because people who think that your husband, for example, comes before your son, they think if you're making, when you make dinner, you need to serve your husband first because he comes first. Things like that. Like, they think that your husband should come first before everything because they're going to be your partner long when your child is already has his own family and gets married and has their own kids, but like your husband's always going to be your husband. That's what some people think.
Okay. So,
which I guess later on in life it should be like where your husband comes first, but like right now,
exactly. I was going to say
my son comes first because he's a child and he needs me. Julius is a grown man and can like take care of himself.
And also he needs to learn the manners, you know what I'm saying? Like he needs to learn those type of manners of like how like later on once he's married and stuff like that, he needs to learn, you know, how to support his family and how to, you know, be there for his family and like, you know, stuff like that. And you learn.
And I mean, it's just this part of his life is so critical. Like you want him to feel nurtured and loved and cared for.
Exactly.
You know, it's like these few years up until, I don't know, like the critical maybe 8 years, 7 years of his life. I don't know. They're so important for the person that he grows up to be and like his traumas and everything.
Yeah,
whereas I feel like if I'm putting Koa first in terms of like serving him and like those things like that, it's not really going to affect you, is it?
Yeah, no, it doesn't affect, like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's it's both of your guys' child. So you want the best for your child. So like, you know, it's really nothing. I feel like at a certain age, that's when it becomes like, okay, well, my husband, that's when he comes first. You know what I'm saying? But that's at the age of like way later on, you know?
But I will say right now at these really early on ages, I think as new parents, you're so in like this survival mode almost.
Yeah,
and like
for sure.
Your instincts, your motherly instincts and paternal instincts are just so heightened that you kind of can almost tend to like lose sight of everything else. So we are trying to put more of a priority on our relationship because I don't even think that it should come like second to Koa. It definitely shouldn't come second. They should be like equal for sure.
For sure. Yeah. And I feel like that's with any like relationship. Like, you know, when you have a kid, like I said, it's a big shock and it's an adjustment you got to do. So, you know, you may not be able to go out on as many dates or this and that. So you got to like prioritize. And sometimes you can get off track because you have all this other stuff that's going on and stuff. So then you got to, you know what I'm saying, catch up, get back on track.
Yeah.
You know, get back into your intimacy and your love life and start, you know, make another baby.
Another baby. No.
Make another one, you know?
Oh man. Do you think like people can tend to get caught up in like just making another baby though?
Honestly, people
and then that's less time for your relationship.
Yeah, true. Honestly, just having a baby in general, you got to be ready. You got to be, you know what I'm saying?
So, yeah, it's such a serious thing. I don't know how, like, our parents had us pretty young. What age did your mom have you?
I don't know. I think at 18 or something.
Oh, 18?
19, okay. Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty young. But imagine people that, like, had their kids really young. Like, some people at, like, 14.
Yeah, true.
How did they manage?
Okay, so somebody was talking to me earlier and they were trying to like define happiness because a lot of people were like saying like it was like a question about money and they were like, oh, if I had $1 billion or this much money or whatever, you know what I'm saying, I'll be the happiest person on the world and stuff. So like what like in your aspect and in your perspective, what is happiness to you? Like, what is your happiness?
Happiness is so hard to define. I don't think there's any clear-cut answer for it. But honestly, what makes me the happiest is like when me and my family are just really enjoying our time together.
Okay.
I don't even know what that time looks like, but like it's just a feeling. You know what I mean?
In the crib, chilling, like you guys are like just all spending time together, like including like your whole family?
No, like you and Koa, like when we are all just in good moods and just
good
really
moods and just
enjoying the day and being so positive. Like,
yeah, I mean, go to the like, yeah. I mean, honestly, like traveling and stuff like that. When we're traveling, I feel like that's like we're like super happy, especially like when we're going to. Remember when we went to Hawaii?
Yeah.
We were super happy at Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were like it was something new. It was like just traveling. We're out of our element.
Yeah, but there's also times even when we're home and we're being super productive and just
true.
everything just seems like it's fitting into place and going really, really well that we also feel really happy. Yeah. So it's not necessarily something where like, okay, you have to have money to go on vacation in order to be happy. Because if you're not happy in your life and you just like go on vacation and think that's going to solve all your problems, like it's not.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying to solve problems. I'm just saying.
No, I know.
Like,
I'm just saying like
happiness. Like what it like, like for me, like happiness for me is like, just being able to be like comfortable and free. Like it makes me happy when I'm like watching a good show that I like and I'm have a full stomach and just relax, so that's like happy.
A nice good meal.
Yeah, and then there's bigger happiness of like what's your happiness in like actual life of like, okay, does money make you happy, because there's a lot of people that money does make you happy until you do get a lot of money and then you start seeing like, wow, I have to adapt to this life of, okay, my rent is $15,000 a month. My car notes are 10,000. Just you adapt to the lifestyle.
Well, I don't think that necessarily like money makes you happy, but when you are struggling with money, that definitely can make you unhappy. Yeah, so, but like
it makes you happy though. It makes you like, wow, I can go do a lot of things until you reach the level of, there's a limit of happiness when it comes to money. That's why you should have happiness in family and happiness in like things that.
Because you can have a huge bank account, but if something really sad happens in your life, if you like lose somebody or just go through something really sad or traumatic, like money is not going to get you out of that. You're going to need support or whatever it is. Sometimes I like to personally just be on my own.
So another question that I really got, it was like a pinned question that, well, two people kind of had like two similar situations, but basically they cheated. So this is like a cheating little scenario that they were in. So they cheated, and then after they cheated, like they confessed whatever, and they got back with, this was like I think one of them was a girl, one of them was a guy, and basically they got back together, they talked it out, whatever, and then the other person cheated. So it's like a two wrongs, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So is like basically they're asking, should I take my partner back after he cheated?
Because he forgave her when she cheated?
Yeah. But yeah, that's a crazy question right there, right? That's a crazy. That's a crazy scenario because they like it's like it's kind of like karma.
But I know, but is the cycle just gonna keep going? Like, okay, now she gets to cheat again, and now it's okay, and now he gets to cheat again, and it's okay.
Yeah.
Now the trust is broken. So I mean, you can forgive, but at the same time, like, I don't know how that's gonna go because they're not ever gonna trust each other. The whole relationship's gonna be different forever.
Yeah, I feel like honestly, like once you like, I feel like loyalty and that is super big in a relationship because that's all trust right there. And like once you cross those boundaries of trust, no matter who you are and no matter like how forgiving you are, it's always going to be in the back of your head that like, okay, this person, I don't know if I can trust them because of what they did. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, the whole dynamic's going to be different forever. And like the resentment's just going to build up.
Yep.
You're both going to look at each other different.
Yep.
And it's just going to be a whole mess. But I mean, she probably is going to forgive because she's going to feel guilty to not forgive,
For sure. She's probably like sitting there thinking like, well, like this.
I wonder, is he
that.
using that against her? Like, oh, you have to forgive me because I forgave you, kind of thing.
I don't know, but that's just like what two people were saying. Like it was like a scenario that they, I don't know if they were still in or
would you
something
forgive?
like that. No, I'm not forgiving.
If you were the,
for sure, I'm not.
You did it first.
No, but I'm not forgiving like anything like that because I feel like honestly, like.
But what if you did it first?
No, there's none of that. But I'm saying like there's like in a relationship there should be no like even there shouldn't even be anything like that. It should be all respectful. It should be morally respectful. It should be, you know what I'm saying? Everything should be loyalty over a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? And
what do you think about emotional cheating? Do you think would you forgive?
Don't matter what cheating,
cheating,
it doesn't matter,
like texting,
bro. It doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter.
Okay, what do you think's worse?
I think honestly, all that stuff it falls under the same boat because if you don't have loyalty, I don't know, like you gotta be your own person. You know what I'm saying? You can't even trust yourself because like how do you can't like it's just not something that you should do when you're in like a relationship, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like loyalty and you know it's respect. You want people to like respect you and respect your relationship and stuff. And then when you're out cheating and stuff, automatically it gives the person that you're cheating with the one up to think how bad of a character you are and how down of a person you are. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's just I don't know.
Tainted forever.
Yeah, it's tainted forever. It's a no-go. And I think, you know, loyalty is huge. And it's bigger than that. Loyalty is right there with love. It goes love, you know what I'm saying? You got to have a lot of love and then loyalty. You know what I'm saying? You got to be loyal to the people that, you know, are loyal to you.
Yep. Do you think you should be loyal to everyone?
Not every. Well, yeah, for sure to everybody. Yes, everybody in your life
that aren't loyal to you.
Then that's not your people. You know what I'm saying? You just keep it real 100.
What do you think it means to be loyal? Like
what I think it means to be loyal.
Like people that are not like your partner.
I think like what it means to be loyal is like
because how can you be loyal to everyone?
No, you're not loyal to everybody. Loyal means you're just like loyal means you're true to like your people. You know what I'm saying? You might not be loyal to a stranger because you don't even know that person. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
But like to the people that you know and that you love and that you're always around, and you should be loyal. Like there's no boundaries. Like you shouldn't never go behind somebody's back or anything like that. Because for me, I believe in karma. I feel like anything that you do, like, will always come back to you. Maybe not in that same form, but it's gonna come back to you in a way that you're not gonna like it. You know,
some way, somehow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So you know, karma's real out here.
So do you believe you don't need to get back because karma will do it for you?
Yeah, you know, karma works in mysterious ways. You know, if you're a good person, you have good characteristics, you have great integrity, you're going to be good in life, you know? That's all you need.
Okay, so this is another question. And am I the asshole? And this is about parents naming their kids out their names.
What do you mean?
Like names that are just like really different.
Like what? Like
okay, well, I'm gonna read it.
Cole is pretty different.
Yeah, but it's different. But okay, so it says. So just a little context because this topic is incredibly touchy for me. I am a man who was given a woman's name at birth. A good example is naming your son Alice. It's not what my name is, but it's close. My parents are hippies and gave their oldest son a girl's name to stick it to the man, and I will never forgive them for it. That name caused me to be bullied and damaged my professional life in ways I cannot describe. My sister is pregnant with her first child, a girl. She and her husband are ecstatic. It just sucks she inherited my parents' stupid, I don't even know what that word is, to see their children as fashion statements. Last night, she revealed the name of her daughter. And
what's the name?
It's Crystal, but it's spelled KRX.
Of the daughter?
Yeah, listen.
That's a girl's name.
No, I know, but listen to the spelling. KRXSTXL. So it's pronounced Crystal, but it's spelled like with a bunch of X's in it.
Why? Well, I don't. What?
Just because she just wanted something different or whatever. So he basically told his sister that she's a shitty parent for naming her daughter something like that. That it's selfish, stupid, and whatever. That her kid's not a fashion statement. But, well, personally, I don't think the name is that bad.
I don't think that's a bad name.
I mean, like, I wouldn't name my daughter that.
Spelling, but it's
no, the name Crystal itself is not bad. It's a beautiful name.
Yeah, it's a good name. It's a great name.
The spelling is crazy. It's like, for example, Elon Musk.
Yeah, well, I know his daughter
name is like, I don't even know what's his daughter's name. Isn't it like Ashley, but it's spelled crazy?
It's spelled crazy. I used to be a big fan of Elon Musk, so I know about like Elon Musk. And he's very, very smart, but he's like very different at the same time.
So what do you think of people naming their kids like crazy names? Or for example, how he said, like if a person names their son Alice.
I think honestly, some people name their kids like crazy names and it fits that kid. Like literally, like I feel like every name that is named, it fits the kid. And they grow into that name. But I think that when it comes to like a boy being named Alice or something like that, that's just like, that's like maybe it may cause problems. Like,
yeah, you have to weigh out wanting to have a different name, but also think about how is this going to affect the child when the kid goes to school. Like, you don't want him to be bullied or whatever, because the reality is, whether you like it or not, that's just how society is, and kids are going to make fun of him for having that name.
That's true.
And they're just going to blatantly ask him, like, or I don't know. It is just crazy.
I mean, people, like, when, what I'm saying, it's just society, and like, people see stuff on the internet and like memes and stuff like that. So,
but do you think it's like, for example, when people name their kid like Water, like, I don't think that's,
no, I don't think bad. I don't think that's that bad, but it's also like,
what?
It's cool. It's like, it's just like it. Like I said, it's different. It's not like anything like bad, but it's just. I
feel like nowadays it's not even that different, because a lot of people name their kids.
Yeah, well,
names.
Nowadays, like, it's like super normal. But I'm saying, like, if you went to school and you went up to a guy and they were like, "Hi, my name's Water," you'll be like, "Oh," like, even people would be like, "Oh, I need some water," or something, like, you know what I'm saying? It would be like a meme type name,
People make name jokes about all kinds of names, though. Did you ever have any name jokes?
Never.
Yes.
What?
Your grandpa used to call you Jewel Ass.
Yeah, Jewel Ass. That's it, though. But that's like,
it's so funny.
That's my grandpa. He called me Jewel Ass, or like.
And you call me Des Stank.
Yeah, Des Stank, because her booty stank.
No, but see, you can make like a funny name like that out of any name, pretty much.
Yeah, but no, honestly, I think a name is just a name, and you should embrace your name and make your name become a name.
Yeah, but I'm not going to lie, I would be pretty pissed if my parents gave me like an awful name.
I mean, it's not, like, yeah, that's true. But at the same time, it's like, you can't do anything about it. You gotta embrace it. Unless
what
you
if
change
your parents
your name.
named you like Sabrina?
Then my nickname would probably be Sab or something like that. I wouldn't really be tripping.
Okay.
I would embrace it. I'd be like, yo, yeah, bro, my name is Sabrina. Sabrina. They'll be laughing. I'd be like, okay, bro, cool. My name's Sabrina.
You go through life with a little bit of a chip on your shoulder, on the defense immediately.
Yeah, but you just have to pop up in there like, look, bro, my name's Sabrina. I'm gonna embrace that, bro. What's your name? Oh, you don't. Oh, okay. I'm not. Oh, cool. You're. Like, yeah, you gotta just pop up in there. Pop up in there.
Okay, here's another one, because he's gonna keep going on this.
Sabrina.
Okay.
That's my new name. Call me Sab.
Am I the asshole for having a dry wedding and serving only water for drinks? You would hate this kind of wedding. Yeah. Listen.
I would be in that wedding dehydrated, even with all water. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a very big water drinker. Okay, so I need to drink more water.
She says, so basically my husband and I are getting married later this year. Each of our sides of the family are fairly big. It will be around 100 to 150 people total. My husband and I are paying for all of this ourselves, as well as my grandma, but she doesn't care either way on this issue. We have a lot of kids in our family, so we decided this part's irrelevant. Basically, long story short, they have decided to not have alcohol in the wedding.
Okay, that's expensive.
Because, yeah, it says, she says that her fiance and her don't drink. She said nothing against people that do. It's just not for us, and we don't want to. On top of that, we really only drink water. We rarely, if ever, drink soda, so most of the time it's only water with the occasional juice and milk.
Okay, milk is disgusting.
They said we don't even drink coffee. What?
Wow, coffee. I'm not a coffee guy.
So obviously the food is going to be expensive for that many people. But the only drink that will be provided is water because they don't want to have to pay for alcohol or soda.
Okay.
And they're only going to provide filtered water because it's just much cheaper, right? So she said that her family got really angry when she told them about it, and they said that at least that they should have soda because how can they expect everyone to drink only water? The kids will be upset, the wedding will be boring, and this is just not how weddings work. So what do you think?
I think water, they need to figure it out because, water
is that acceptable to only provide water to your wedding guests?
It's their wedding, but like maybe they should just postpone the wedding a little bit longer, save a little bit more money, and get that drink and
so all that stuff. Postpone their whole wedding for just some.
Honestly, it's their wedding.
They can squeeze or rearrange things around.
Yeah, but it's their wedding, so they can do what they want. But at the end of the day, you also have to think like when you're doing a wedding, you're also doing it for other people to really have that memory of you getting married and them being at your wedding. That's why you invite people.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like, yeah, it's your wedding. You should be able to do what you want and stuff. Yeah. But at the same time, like, you don't expect people to stay for long then.
Yeah, or like imagine like, you know what I'm saying? People didn't really, like people just didn't come to your wedding. They're coming to your wedding to support you and like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta at least have some juice.
You gotta have
or
some
like
of that. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? A little bit of Hennessy or something in there. Turn the party up.
She said, because some of the family was saying, just have an open bar and like we can pay for our own drinks.
Oh, that would be good right there. You get more money.
Yeah, but she said nope because then she would have to still pay for a bartender, and she just doesn't want to deal with the whole thing. Like they only drink water anyway, so everybody else should be okay with that. But honestly, you want your wedding to be something that people come to and they're like, wow, like she put on a good wedding, and she's a great host.
You want it to be memorable.
Even though it should be for you. At the same time, I personally think that you need to have a limit on how much, if you are going to serve alcohol, you need to have a limit on how much alcohol your guests can have at your wedding. Because people can get way too lit, start making the whole thing like embarrassing and a mess. Especially if you don't drink, you're going to be looking at your drunk guests like,
what's going on,
can
bro?
You chill?
That's why, honestly, for me at my wedding, we're going to have a very, very ganja friendly wedding. It's gonna be 420 friendly. Everybody in there.
Not in the venue.
Yeah, in the venue. Like we gonna be.
Babe, we're not gonna have it in the venue. So you're not gonna have your kids in the venue?
Nah, they're gonna be in the kids' room. You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna shun them off to the kids' room?
Nah, they're gonna watch it on TV.
No.
But the joints are gonna be blurred out.
That's not happening.
Yeah, so basically, whatever Destiny's talking about, she's over here trying to find scenarios and get super like down deep into this. But you know what I'm saying? Basically, 420.
Yeah, you might have your own room. Like go out to the back or something.
I'm gonna have my own room in the cut. You know what I'm saying? If that's where you can find me, in the cut, rolling doobies up. Okay, so I want to talk about one last thing. This is something that somebody asked me. They said, what do I do if my in-laws don't respect me as a parent?
Ooh.
That is a great question because I know a lot of people, they probably have that problem. Because like maybe I don't know. It's just it's something that happens when you're a parent. Like
people in general are just so overbearing with their opinions on your kid. It was actually something that's been getting to me this week because everybody's been commenting about our son's hair.
Yeah.
And it was making me so upset.
I don't even be caring. I don't even honestly be caring what nobody be saying because I know my son, like, he's that guy. He look, you know what I'm saying? He got that smooth, fresh skin. He got the curls, he be fresh. I don't even be caring what nobody be saying.
Well, I do because let somebody talk about him, no.
Yeah, nobody's gonna talk about him, but they can that's just like cyber.
You're blocked immediately.
Yeah, they're on the internet. It's cool. You know what I'm saying? My son's fresh. He be fresh. But
So personally, I think that you have to just stand your ground, and it's your child, your decisions at the end of the day, and you have to stand firm in that, and you kind of have to honestly put people in their place like immediately, or else they're gonna keep doing that to you. Like to me and Julius right away, like before Koa even was born, we made it clear that like we were not going to tolerate, in obviously a respectful way, but we're not going to tolerate like people giving their opinion too much. Like you need to
like the opinion, you know what I'm saying? Like you're the parent. So at the end of the day, an opinion is an opinion. Like people keep their opinion to themselves or they broadcast it, but the opinion should never affect you because you're the parent. You choose how it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like you're the one that has the best interest for your child, so.
And you're the one that knows your child best and like what they need. There's no right or wrong way to parent. It's just all a learning curve and you learning what works best for you and your child.
Yeah, so you gotta, you know what I'm saying, just talk that through, and if you can't talk it through, then you gotta walk it through, and you can't walk it through, then you gotta figure something else out. I don't know. But
yeah, because honestly, one thing that sucks, if somebody does have too many opinions, you're gonna distance yourself from that person and not really want to come around them or bring your child around them. So in the long run, it's gonna be bad on that person.
True. 100% true. So at the end of the day, you're the parent. You choose what you want to do. Don't let nobody else choose it for you. But we're going to wrap up right here. It's getting late for us. We hope you guys enjoyed our first podcast back. Like I said, we're going to be posting a lot more podcasts at least once a week. So stay tuned. Stay tuned for some special guests. Stay tuned for our trips, like different scenery in our podcast, because we are bringing this on our trips and we are going to get podcasts done. So stay tuned. We love you guys. And yeah, we'll see you guys in our next podcast. Peace.